training is very important for two reasons. First of all, there's the safety aspect of it.
You take long for short positions.
That is why I feel it is the shipyard of the world.
Jack Lloyd as our guest for the day. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Welcome to another episode of Quarter Deck. Today we have Mr. Koji Sekimizu, the Secretary General of IMO, as our guest. Welcome, sir.
You're most welcome.
Sir, this is the 100th year of Titanic accident. And what you want to convey to our audience about the implementation of SOLAS, and was it possible to avoid that disaster if SOLAS was applicable at that time?
This is centenary year of Titanic. It is important year for International Maritime Organization. This is a year on which we look back the all achievement we have ensured to improve safety. And as you have already mentioned, the SOLAS Convention is the most important international instrument now. As a matter of fact, after the Titanic sank, then world maritime industries as well as maritime nations get together and established international rules. You mentioned that if SOLAS was applicable, what was the fate of the famous ship, Titanic? I cannot tell if, however, the SOLAS Convention provides really fundamental safety requirements covering structure and damage stability, intact stability requirements, passenger lifeboat and the fire protection requirements. All aspects of the building of ships has been covered by SOLAS. Over the 100 years, the safety regulation has been significantly improved. But not only SOLAS Convention, but also search and rescue, and we have created, for example, new the Global Maritime Distress and Safety System, GMDSS, where any alert system, alert of incident, may be automatically transmitted and carried over the satellite. So therefore, everywhere, whatever the point in the world, if you encounter a serious incident, we will ensure assistance will be provided. So I think we have significantly improved the safety over the 100 years. And among 100 years, the IMO has conducted our work over 54 years now, and still we are continuously working to improve safety. So I'm sure that the work of international organization, together with the member government, we are continuously improving safety.
Is there any new amendments coming to SOLAS regulations in the near future?
There are a number of important issues still on the pipeline. But important thing is we maintain this system to update the requirement of SOLAS. But the other point is the SOLAS is now a fundamental instrument to cover the safety. But I am now proposing to organize a specific symposium at IMO to really discuss the future of ship safety. And not only next year, not only the year after next year, but I want to discuss with member governments on the safety of ships in the year 2015, 2020, 2030. And for long-term future, I think we need to really think about what should be the future regime of safety. And in my view, the future of safety should be much more scientific-oriented and what we call goal-based oriented approach. And at the same time, we have to establish a good mechanism where the casualty record should be reflected in the future regulations. We need to establish a new system. So in order to do that, I am proposing to organize future ship safety symposium next June at IMO headquarters. And I am inviting member governments, classification society, shipbuilding industry, shipping industry, and all people involved in shipping industry to join this symposium and discuss the future of ship safety.
Now you are working on the sustainable improvement of maritime industry. What are its goals and what are your plans?
Well, this year is also another important year in the context of environmental protection and also sustainable development. This year is 2012, but you may recall 40 years ago, 1972, the United Nations organized the first ever United Nations conference on the environment and mankind. And that was 40 years ago. At that time, we first discussed importance of pollution prevention and environmental protection. And 10 years later, 1982, is a year, a very remarkable year, where we adopted under the United Nations and UNCLOS, the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. And that covers environmental regulations. And then again 10 years later, 1992, we went to the Rio and organized again under the United Nations Rio Earth Summit to talk about sustainable development. And again 10 years later, 2002, World Summit on Sustainable Development was organized in South Africa, Johannesburg. And then this year, 2012, we returned back to the Rio to discuss sustainable development. And now the concept of sustainable development will be covered by three pillars: environment, society, and economy. So any measures for the future should be environmentally sound and economically sound and socially sound. So this is a concept of sustainable development. The outcome of Rio Plus 20 this year, actually I went over there and together with my staff and also shipping industry. And the reason for my participation was I thought it is a really good platform and opportunity to raise the importance of shipping industry. And now people are talking about sustainability, but without shipping industry, without transportation, they cannot even think about the sustainable economy. So therefore, for the sustainable development of the globe, it is absolutely important that we will ensure sustainable transportation. But now, IMO, and together with the member governments, we are promoting the idea of sustainable development goals for shipping industry. And in my view, there are a number of important issues, but I am proposing to have some sort of basic concept, such as, in my view, the sustainable shipping should be composed of 8 elements. The number one, safety culture and environment stewardship. And the second, energy efficiency. And the third, new technology and innovation. And the fourth, maritime education and training. Number 5, maritime security and including anti-piracy measures. Number 6, maritime traffic management. And number 7, maritime infrastructure development. And finally, the number 8, global standard developed and maintained by the International Maritime Organization. And in my view, these 8 pillars will provide some sort of concept for the sustainable maritime development. And this will be, in my view, a good platform and also a springboard for maritime industry to move forward toward the future.
Sir, recently you had mentioned about accident zero concept at IALA. So what is it actually and how you are going to implement it?
Well, accident zero campaign was proposed to IALA, personally to the Secretary General Gary Prosser by myself, that culminated my personal discussion with the Secretary General of IARA. When I attended the VTS symposium organized by IARA this year, the venue was Istanbul. The strait was well maintained, taking into account VTS system, which was already established nearly 10 years ago. And since then, they didn't encounter any major single incident. The idea is for whatever the channel or port areas, whatever you are handling the maritime safety, together with VTS operators or Coast Guard, and you may count the number of accident zero days. And for example, today maybe for your region, 98 days, 98th day of continuous day of accident zero. Tomorrow you will be 99 days, 99th days. And the day after tomorrow, that should be 100 days. So therefore, if you continue to ensure the good day of accident zero, then you may adapt the number. And if you count this number together with everybody, then they understand the importance of compliance to the regulation and ensuring performance and ensuring no accident. So this may put the officers and everybody in the front. If you have any mistake, and you may break the record. So this is a concept, accident zero campaign. This is just an idea, but I have raised that to the IARA conference. And I'm sure the IARA, together with the Secretary General of IARA, will generate a good concept. And we may expect that this campaign will be started from the Istanbul.
Coming back to this piracy issue, how do you look at it, and what IMO can do towards this piracy issue?
Well, this is a significant challenge we are all facing. Currently, still in the order of more than 150 seafarers are kept hostages, and among them, probably more than 50 seafarers are kept over 18 months. This is a significant issues, and our hearts are always with the sort of victim, pirated seafarers and the family of captured seafarers. And we have to ensure international community together will take a stronger action and eradicate this menace from the Indian Ocean. We understand that from the history, for example, 10 years ago, Malacca Strait was sort of problematic areas for piracy. But due to good international and regional coordination mechanism established by the countries surrounding those areas, what we call the recap, and then government has taken an action. And nowadays, that strait is, in a way, piracy-free. But while we have been successfully handling the piracy in that area, and now we have seen significant increase of piracy in off coast of Somalia. And now Gulf of Aden, the number of Navy vessels are still operating. And in my view, it is important that we will maintain the presence of navies to protect shipping lanes in the Gulf of Aden. But at the same time, it is absolutely important that the shipping industry will maintain their strong will to raise their defense in accordance with the best management practices. So those are the main effort. But at the same time, we have to handle the matter surrounding Somalia. And then we have to also ensure the African countries and Arab nations will be trained, and capacity building will be ensured so that those people in Africa, for example, could take action to handle the piracy by themselves. So IMO has already established regional mechanism of cooperation under the Djibouti Code of Conduct, and I personally was fully involved from the beginning, and now Djibouti Training Center is under construction, and we are very keen to accelerate the process of implementation of Djibouti Code of Conduct.
What is the message you want to give to our viewers?
My message to the maritime industry is the shipping industry, maritime transportation is absolutely important for the sustainable development. And my message is everybody involved in maritime industry, you should be very proud of your work. And in particular, the seafarers involved in this great industry. And IMO is working for the sustainable development of the maritime industry, and where I can see the gathering of member governments and industry, and will generate a better system in order to ensure a sustainable development within shipping industry.
It was a great interview. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Training is very important for two reasons. First of all, there's the safety aspect of it.
You take long or short positions.
Each of these sectors. That is why I feel in the shipyard of the world.
Jack Lloyd as our guest for the day. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.